So I go to take a shower today and I decide that I want to trim my beard. So I trim it a little bit and I'm like, this looks really good. Like, I look distinguished. Like, I don't look like a dirtbag anymore. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it just a little bit more. I get this guy to it and I press, and when you press down, you see how you press and that separates right there? I had stripes going out my face. You can close your eyes, you don't have to look.
Who's my little man? Let them say we're crazy, we've got nothing more to prove. Watch from the edge of this whole city as it crumbles to the ground. For you, it's all for you, and yes, I do it again.
We've been doing music forever, for a long time. We have videotapes of us singing like Love Shack when we were like 3.
Love Shack is a little old place where we can get together. Love Shack, baby!
We started the band about 10 years ago.
Yeah, but we call it the band because it was really just us.
When we first started doing original music
Yeah.
is when we consider starting the band. We used to have a cover band in high school.
We also had that chick band where we played Spice Girls.
And that a cappella group.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we've had a lot of drummers. We had Steve, Austin, and Dan in high school, and then we went to Andy.
We went to Andy. We had Andy for a while. He recorded the first and second CD with us, and that's
then,
when
yeah, then there was that shift where we
Kyle's.
became full-time.
you draw like a timeline.
Yeah, we were complicated.
Well,
And
we
then-
started with Andy, and then we brought in Jess on cello, and we had bass players. And then Andy left, and we brought in Kyle. So we had Kyle, Brian, and Jess.
and then us.
Yeah.
And then John came in.
Yep.
And John came in, and then Kyle left.
And we had the second
And then
Kyle.
no, but at the same time that happened, Ryan also left, and we were in and on. And then after that, it was like Cam and a bunch of people in between. And then after that, well, actually before that, we had Edie, and she did the tour with us in the Middle East. And then when we got back, we had Will come out and play drums on the album, and then kind of where we're
Now
at
that's
right now.
where we are.
You wanna hear me play drum shake? Let's hear a beat. Let's hear it.
And that is why you play bass.
When we first started playing out, this blonde dude with like long blonde shaggy hair would always come to our shows at Starbucks. We played like once a week
Called
at
him
Starbucks.
California.
And
or
then Kurt Cobain. And then every time we walked in, we'd be like, oh, Kurt Cobain has
Cobain's
entered the
here.
building. Ends up, it's Jess.
They were actually looking for a bass player, and I was friends with them, and I couldn't play bass at all, so they wanted me to sit down on the keyboard and try to punch it out. I couldn't play the rhythm, so I looked at Andy and I was like, you know, this would be so much easier on a cello. Him and Jim look at each other, they look at me and they're like, you play cello?
Then we found out that he played cello.
we found out that he played cello, and we were like,
want to be in a band?
I first got into the band after my previous band broke up, and then I started talking to the girls about maybe playing some music for them, and I wanted to audition.
John is a phenomenal guitar player. And so, you know, kind of the second that we found out that he wasn't playing music, we didn't want that to be the case.
We just started playing together, and that's just how it happened. I moved back from New York City after that.
I think he was a little afraid to start singing at first. He was kind of like not.
Well, because his voice still cracks at 28.
Working with the twins, well, since they're not in the room, I can say at first it was really easy. After a while, you just want to strangle both of them. Ow.
After we need another bass player, and it just kind of felt right to bring Aaron, and you know, we'd been best friends with him for so long.
And everybody else got along with him.
The last band that me and John were in, we were also on the same label as the girls, so we were already really familiar with each other, I guess is the best way to put it. So they had need of a bass player, they called me up, and here I am.
We're like a small bus, so we need to all get along. And Aaron is an oversharer, but at the same time, and he's kind of an
Pork chop.
Can I say
Pork chop.
We're gonna say jerk.
But he's at the same
kind of a
time,
jerk.
he's the most genuine person you'll ever meet.
But he's a jerk when you get to know him. When you first know him.
Being that we were all friends and hung out beforehand, I think they were more accepting of the fact that I have little something, words. I'm weird. Yeah.
The slow clap. Let's get out of here, I'm hungry.